first day of lockdown and I've got work in just over an hour, so I've given myself 40 minutes to sort my potatoes out. I ordered online some potato sacks. I had 5 turn up yesterday, so I'm pleased about that. I had compost that I'd bought about a week ago. It was still in the boot of my car, so I've just got that out. So I'm mixing the compost with some farmyard manure. I'm going to fill the bags halfway, put the seed potatoes in, cover them lightly, and then I'll just start building them up as they start to send up shoots. So it's a very, very quick snippet. I'm at work today and tomorrow. I woke up this morning, it was just deathly quiet everywhere, apart from the birds. It's very eerie, very strange, but it has to be done. So I just wish you all to be very, very safe. Take care, my friends, and when I'm off Thursday and Friday, I'll do some more filming and hopefully try and entertain you if I can. I'm a little bit OCD. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to plant my, I should say, my Charlotte seed potatoes. I'm going to plant them this way up, where the shoots are, and then I'm going to cover them just so that there's enough soil for them to be out of any sunlight. And as the shoots start to appear, then I'll start topping them up with more and more soil until we get to the top of the bag. So I'm going to put 2 to each bag. I'm going to do that now. Forgotten to count how many of the Charlotte I had. I actually only had 8, so that's 2 per bag, 4 bags. So I've got an extra bag which I'm going to put to one side for now, and I'll reserve that for my Cara, which is my main crop potatoes. These are second early, so I'm just going to cover them up now and then tidy up because I need to get ready for work. Now, quality control. Is it satisfactory, Paddy? You're happy with that? Good. that's it. I'm done for today, for all I can do, because I start work at 12 and I won't get home till gone 10 tonight. So I'm pleased with that. So I've got 8 Charlotte sewn in 4 bags. I've got 1 bag left over, and I've got another 8 of Cara to sew, which I'll probably do at the weekend. But I just wanted to shout out to Julie for her suggestion when I was speaking about growing potatoes in sacks. She suggested I use compost bags if I turn them inside out, and I thought it was an absolutely brilliant idea. I don't know why I'd never thought of that myself. I've got a stack of those bags behind the shed because I didn't want to throw them away. I thought they might be useful one day. Often I use them to put rubbish in when I go down the dump. But I will utilise those. So I've got the 4 Charlotte nearest the back door in Hessian bags, so they look quite nice. So that's something that I will be seeing all the time from the house. And then the compost bags, when they're turned inside out, they obviously won't be quite as attractive. Well, they won't be attractive, but they won't be awful either if I turn them inside out. I can dot them around the garden as well. So, brilliant. That frees up so much more growing space for me. I might even have a go at butternut squash this year if I sow enough seeds in time. But that's it. I'm starting to ramble now. I know I've got to go to work. So see you all later. Stay safe, my friends. Enjoy your time at home. I'm sure you'll find loads to do that you don't normally have the time to do. And we live in a really, really busy world. So maybe also take the time just to chill a bit to start with. Take care. Morning. I thought I'd come and sit in the summer house for a little while. It is 9:26 on Wednesday morning, so it's the 25th of March. I've got work at 12. I finished work at 10 o'clock last night, and me and a colleague, we had to take somebody down to in Cambridge, and it was about 10 to 5. So normally it was on the main route into Cambridge. Normally it'll be bumper to bumper as you go in the main route. There's a series of traffic lights every less than a quarter of a mile, 1/8 of a mile. No traffic, nothing. We just sailed through it. It was just so eerie. I don't think even on a Christmas day it would be that quiet. It was just, it's very sad and very worrying. All round Ely last night, nothing. Near where I live, nothing. It's just, and even now I'm sitting in the garden, beautiful blue sky. You can't hear any children playing, no traffic. I don't live in a very busy area. I mean, it's rural, but we've got a bypass not so far away, and normally you can zone out of it, but if you listen for it, it's just a constant flow of traffic. Night and day, never stops. It's the main route, so you get a lot of lorries. Nothing at all. So that's kind of the eerie side of it, but I'm going to flip it now because I thought I'm going to come and sit out in the garden with my coffee, and I was just quickly walking around the garden, and it is so peaceful. There's the sound of birds, beautiful blue sky. My neighbour's got a tree in the corner of their garden, so that gives sort of dappled shade. It's quite welcoming in the summer in a hot day, but this morning it's just leaving dappled sunlight across the garden. I've done quite a bit of work on it in the last few days or so. So all my beds are ready. I've got new shoots coming up everywhere. I've got little pops of colour where the flowers are starting to bloom. Oh, it's a sense of euphoria. I just feel joy in the garden. But it's mixed with sadness and worry. My boys live 15-20 miles away from me in each direction. I can Skype them, which is not Skype them, but WhatsApp them. You know, we're in touch, but I'm no different to any other family where we can't see our loved ones. But we've got to keep safe, haven't we? So I'm not going to ramble on about it. I did say the other day I wasn't going to talk about this subject, but it's just hard not to, because it's all encompassing now. But anyway, I don't want to get morose about it, because it's mixed feelings. Like I said, the garden just fills me with euphoria. Even going in the greenhouse now, there's lots of lovely shoots coming up in the pots that I've sown. I think I've got 2 rest days coming out after tonight. Thursday and Friday I'll be at home. I think perhaps I can relax a bit, but at the moment I think because I'm still in work mode, I'm a little bit high alert, but I might be able to relax into it when I'm home tomorrow. Anyway, I'm going to have my coffee. I don't want to get too morose about it, like I said. I hope you're all keeping well. I do think about you all and all my friends and people that I meet. We're going to get through this, we will. We've just all got to really abide by the rules now and care for one another. So, take care, and onwards and upwards. He's a little monkey. He doesn't care what's growing. He's found a patch of sunlight, and I just think the soil's nice and warm. He makes me laugh. He's king of all, he surveys. Hello. Oh, he needs a haircut. I was just about to leave for work and I spotted that the automatic vents on the greenhouse have opened. That's the first time this year. That is so exciting because that means that it's getting warmer. Oh, I can go to work with a smile on my face now. Right, I thought I'd tackle a job that I've been putting off for ages. I'm not quite sure if I'm even going to be able to manage it because, well, I'll explain in a minute. So my intention, and I had mentioned this back in the autumn, I'm going to move the compost bin because it doesn't get enough heat all year or sunlight all year for it to build up any real heat. And I know it's mainly the bacteria that creates the heat, but it's not in the right place. And this is where I have my patio table and chairs, and I don't really want the compost bin next to that. So this is the whole area I'm going to try and address today. So if I just come round a bit, so I've got some nice little plants there. This is where the patio is, where the table goes. So I'm going to move the compost bin and swap it. If I come round here with my strawberry bed. Now the compost is not too bad. I've got wheelbarrow. I can empty the compost bin and move it, but I don't know how I'm going to move this on my own. We'll have a go. So that's the intention today, to swap one for the other. And that means I've got all plants growing over in my little seating area, and then I come back again. If you look at my rhubarb, this gets really, really big, and what happened last year was it almost covered the strawberry bed, or the strawberry container, and it killed off all the strawberries because there just wasn't enough sunlight. So that won't matter for the compost bin. So I think that's the job for today, so I'm going to get cracking. I have just taken the lid off the compost bin, and this is the first layer which I need to remove, which is what I put in recently. I'm just going to show you what's in here. Just take the glove off a minute. So it is breaking up, but not completely, but we're getting there, and I think if I turn it all over and put it back and put it the other side of the garden, we might have more success. I've just found a kitchen knife. I think what I must have done, I must have had a load of peelings, wrapped them up in paper with the knife accidentally, and chucked it in the compost bin. Now I've been wondering where that has gone for maybe nearly 2 years. Oh, that's hilarious. Right, I think that's an offensive weapon, so that's going to have to be destroyed, I think. In my back. Right, so I've managed to get the compost bin moved. That's its new home. It's killed my back. Right, I'm going to refill it and then give it a good hard brush and give it a coat of paint, and then put the strawberry container back. That's taken a little under an hour to do. Shattered. It's absolutely killed my back, and it was a struggle trying to move the actual bin itself and then moving the strawberry planter. But I'm glad, actually, when I come to move the strawberry planter, I realised I hadn't screwed all the different layers together so I could pull it apart. It was so much easier, but despite that it was still heavy. So it's now had its first coat. That looks a lot better. But the lid is in quite poor condition now. I think the whole thing must be about 15 years old. The body of it is in really good nick, but it's the top which I suppose gets the wettest and is more prone to the weather than the sides, which could be a bit more sheltered. So I'm going to have to think at some point trying to replace the lid. I should think it's quite easy to do, it's just getting around to doing it. So I'm going to let that dry in the sun and give it a couple of hours, and I'll give it a second coat. So that's the strawberry planter reinstalled, and that's so much better. So I'm going to start working on this side now. That's it, it's all done for today. Really pleased with that. This is the other side.